Hey Ivan, how's you going, buddy? Troy here from Nash Creek, Canada. Finally got the jersey in today and gonna do some reps for you. Pretty sweet, man.
Thank you, Troy, for the support, for getting that jersey, and thank you for posting that video to me, man, because it's always a pleasure to see faces, to see actual people behind the comments, behind the viewership, behind the community. So it's always a pleasure. And now that you're wearing the jersey, it's even more of a cool sight for me. So thank you, Troy, and thank you to everyone else that's bought the jersey. I've been getting a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of you guys sending me photos, pics, videos. I'll put them all up in the video. I really want to, show on the video that there's a community behind this little journey of mine. So it's really, really cool, and it's just a pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure for me to sit here between sets during cardio and to see the support. So thank you to all of you guys. Today was a session after a night shift. One of my favorite types of sessions. Not really. I woke up and I was feeling a little bit. This is the first time that I felt a little bit tight in the right hip. So in the last few days I've been raving about how good I've been feeling. Well, the night shift and the heavy session yesterday, I woke up this morning feeling a little bit, how you going, hip. So it wasn't the 100% that I've been feeling the last few days. So I just jumped on the bike and I rode for 30 minutes. And by then I got up, walked around, and my hip was feeling unbelievable again. So on days like this, I'm just gonna overdose on the bike. Simple as that. So I've done 30 minutes. Then I did this, what you're seeing here, worked up to 140 comfortable squat, front squat. Now I did some tricep work as well, kind of thinking about the overhead press, did some tricep work. And then I'm gonna go back to the bike now and do another 30 minutes, hopefully. After that 30 minutes, I'll head to the park with the kids and chill out over there. But that's basically what I've done. So basically an hour and 20 minutes or something like that training session today. The thing about cardio that I really love is that it's so productive. Because there's no rest periods, right? You're just there and you're working the whole time. For somebody that's, come from the, let's say, powerlifting circle, I don't belong to any real kind of like weightlifting genre as such, but I've spent most of my time in the powerlifting thought process. And there seems to be a lot of resting in powerlifting, and you can see it on the people that do powerlifting. Most people, especially kind of the amateurs and the intermediates, I think we overdose. Speaking of overdosing, we overdose on resting. Our work capacity is never really challenged because we're resting like 5-10 minutes in between sets, working sets. I think that's too much. I think we're better off to drop the intensity or drop the weight on the bar and just to work a little bit more, with less, put more work in with less rest times. I think it's going to be overall better for us to get that GPP, to get that work. I've been stubborn. I've spent a long time not doing cardio, and I think that comes from a place of being purely a cardio specialist, if you will. When I played soccer and basketball, all we freaking did was run around. So I did lots and lots of cardio back then, and I was a scrawny kid. And so when I stopped playing that, all I wanted to do is put on mass, put on muscle. So I immediately stopped cardio, and I went back. I didn't go back. I went to weight training and getting all of my time, my training time under the barbell, under the weights, under the dumbbells, machines, what have you. That was a mistake. If I could go back, I would probably tell myself, don't stop the cardio, because cardio is going to drive your appetite, and that appetite is going to drive the mass and the weights are going to improve. So the cardio needs to be a staple regardless of what your goal is. Obviously, you can manipulate that volume accordingly, but you cannot live without cardio. That, at least for me, cardio ignites this appetite. Ghrelin, the hormone ghrelin, goes absolutely berserk in me. I don't know if that's going to settle down or not, but spending an hour on a bike does something to me. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. I've got this like weird relationship with food. It's like I just want to vacuum everything in my sight, which is it's crazy to think about, because I never used to be like that. For the longest time, probably the last basically through the whole squat everyday journey, I've spent a lot of time, you know, eating 2 meals a day, and that's it. And a lot of times I would, you know, fast as well. I'll have no problem going 24 hours without eating, absolutely no problem. But with cardio on board now, that would be huge problems for me to last 24 hours without eating. Huge problems, absolutely life-changing problems. Like I will be grumpy as hell with the hunger that I feel to go 24 hours. So it's something to be thought about, especially if you're somebody that want to put on mass. Do the cardio. Obviously, there's different body types and whatnot, but just give it a thought at least. There's somebody I want to thank, a fella by the name of Dejan Stjepanovic. His name sounds like he's somewhere from my neck of the woods or my origin of Yugoslavia somewhere. Dejan, I really want to thank you for jumping onto the Patreon. He's the latest Patreon supporter. It really means a lot to have the support from you and many others. So today has been a really cool video. I've had videos and pictures sent from people all over the place with the jerseys, and Dejan jumps on board on Patreon. So just wanted to thank you guys for the support. It's always a pleasure to see. It really fuels me and really makes me want to do these videos even more so. Appreciate all of you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.